Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful day in North Georgia. Beautiful day here, too. So what a wonderful day. Hey, everybody. Welcome. How are you this morning? We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Welcome. Yeah, got both platforms going. Nice. Good. All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Alan. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Peggy, Christy. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Amanda Hicks. How in the world are you? Welcome to the 21-day challenge. Welcome. Remember, this morning, let people know where you're from. Tell them how much weight you've lost. Let's spend a few minutes blessing the name of the Lord. How about that? How about that? Welcome. Come on in, everybody. Good morning, McDonough, Georgia. Amanda, 63 pounds from Smith Station, Alabama. Amanda, you're awesome. Dallas, Georgia. Got Athens, Tennessee. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Patty Anthony, welcome. Athens, Tennessee, 43 pounds down. King George, Virginia represents. Cedartown, Georgia, 11 pounds. Cindy, Powder Springs, 65 pounds. Christy, 43 from Athens. Way to go, everybody. Bless the name of the Lord, right? All good gifts come from above. If we were able to overcome temptation and get this done, it's because of the Lord within us, for sure. Spirit's willing, the flesh is weak. We got to walk in the Spirit if we're going to get this weight off. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How in the world are you? We are going to get started in just a minute. Wanda, Loganville, 32 pounds. Karen from Sarasota, Florida, just getting started. Love Sarasota. Beautiful place. God is good. 12.8 in 17 days. Awesome. That's outstanding. Way to go. Good job. Hey, Sasha, how are you doing this morning? Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. We are getting set up. We had some technical difficulties this morning. We are about over that. We had to restart our computer, so you know how that goes. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Crystal says, hit my goal a couple of months ago and have had some blow-it days, gained 9 back. You can get that right off. I've done that several times myself. You just had a little celebration. That's all, sis. A little celebration. That's all you're having. Don't worry about it. Don't fret. Just get back going. Emily says, I feel bad watching you since we're having a holiday. Well, holidays are part of the program. You should feel bad watching me if you've been having too many blow-it days. But there's a big difference between a holiday and a blow-it day. If you've only had 6 or less in a month, well, you're just participating in the program, Emily. For those of you that don't know, you can have 6 days a month when you're in weight loss mode where you get to eat anything you want to eat, as much as you want to eat it, and you will still lose weight. Now, once you get in maintenance, you can have 12 of those days. Welcome, everybody. Who is this here? Christy says, my husband's getting to attend the meeting, but he's down over 6, is not getting to attend meeting, I think. But he's down over 60 pounds. Congratulations. That's awesome. Good job. Look at those of you that are hanging in there with 21, look at the size of the class as compared to previous week classes. We appreciate every one of you. Let me tell you why. You're very uncommon. It's getting to that time of year, and by the time we get to end of November, Thanksgiving, there'll be 5 people in this class. But it'll be those 5 that go into 2019 leaner, healthier than ever before. You got to stick with it. This cannot be a seasonal thing. Emily says, we hog trough it, but Kevin has lost 20 pounds and I've lost 17 in less than 3 weeks. That's amazing, Emily. That's amazing. Good job. When you hog trough it, you'll put on a little weight. It's just temporary as long as you get back going with the program. Here's what I want to talk to you about. It's that time of year. I'll probably say that quite a few times. I'll probably mention this quite a few times over the next couple of months for those that stay with us. Myself, dealing with a weight issue for most of my life. We'll get into 21. Those of you that just came for that purpose, everybody knows I have a monologue before we go into the food part. So if you don't like the monologue, come back. Come back in about 20 minutes. It's that time of year. And myself, I've done it myself over the years. I make progress every year. Every year I was on a diet. Every year I was on a stinking diet. And I would lose weight. There was no diet that I participated in whereby I didn't lose weight. None. They all worked. Now, I'm not saying that some of the approaches that I took, Dexitrim and starvation, was the way to lose weight because most of what I lost was muscle. I'm not saying that Atkins was the best way to lose weight because as soon as I started eating starches again, I threw the weight back on and I was worse off because during Atkins I lost a lot of fat and also a lot of muscle. But they all worked from the standpoint of losing weight. They all worked. But then when life got in the way or seasons changed, I would quit and it's not that I went back to some way of eating that was poor. Let me explain that. I didn't have a way of eating at all. I just went back to eating based upon instinct. I went back to mindlessly eating. It wasn't that I had a diet that just didn't work. It was, I went back to my lifestyle, which was mindless eating. I'd get in the pantry, couldn't get out. I'd get in the fridge and couldn't get out. I'd go to the Mexican restaurant and I'd have fear of missing out and I would eat the chips. So it wasn't that I went back to Travis's old lifestyle. My lifestyle was no lifestyle. I had no management system by which I could live and get weight off and keep the weight off. So I didn't have a lifestyle. I had to adopt a lifestyle. Now, we talk about categories of food and how those categories of food break down in the body. We talk about all that stuff, right? We talk about how proteins break down and that proteins have 4 calories in a gram and carbs have 4 calories in a gram, but they break down into sugar and elevate your blood sugar. And then fat has 9 calories in a gram of fat, and it's going to just be real easily stored as fat unless you know what you're doing and know how to combine foods. We talk about that. But we also talk about how to manage your life and to have a lifestyle. Example, we either have a perfect day or a holiday. That's our life. That's our lifestyle. There is no in between. There is no okay days. There's no such thing. It's either a perfect day, you followed the rules of your lifestyle, or it's a holiday. You didn't follow the rules of your lifestyle. After you have more than 6 holidays in a month, we call them blow-it days, and you better call for a May Day because the diet devil's got you right where the diet devil wants you. See, that's a lifestyle. After 2 perfect days, we're in efficient fat burning. That's a fact, and that's lifestyle. We've got things that we live by, rules that we live by. I can have those 6 holidays a month. That is a lifestyle component. That's what allows us to have these, as Emily's saying, a hog trough day. I'm having a hog trough day because I earned it. I earned it. That's another component in my lifestyle. If I haven't earned a holiday, I don't have a holiday. Do y'all want to hear how I do that? Can I step out a little bit and give you a little tip that I use about my number of holidays? You want me to tell you? Probably don't. You don't want me to do it. It helps me be successful. It helps me not have worry and regret and shame when I do have a holiday. I believe in earning. I believe in earning it. Earn the right to have a holiday. So in my journal is different than your journal, because my journal says if I'm trying to lose body fat and I've got goals, I can only earn one holiday if I have 6 perfect days. If I want 3 holidays in a row, I have to have 18 perfect days in a row. That's how I build my bank of holidays, and then I don't have any guilt, any regret, any shame. If I'm in maintenance, every 3 perfect days earns me 1 holiday. If I'm in maintenance and I don't have any fat loss goals. So our system is a lifestyle system about working hard so you can play hard. Now I'm going to give you, when life gets in the way, Thanksgiving comes, Christmas comes, fall break comes. I asked the centers, I said, why are your classes down? Why is the attendance down? We need to be helping people. And you know what they said? It's fall break. Well, in our culture, it's something all the time. It's something more of the time than not. Do y'all understand what I'm saying, or am I just preaching to the choir? Out of our 365 days a year, there's something going on more than is not. So what are you going to do? If you got a weight problem and there's something, life is going to get in the way more than it doesn't, and you've got a weight problem, I guess you're really just wasting your time to even try to do good when everything is an acceptable time for you. See, that's no lifestyle. You can't live that way, living on a whim. You can't live mindlessly eating if you want something really bad like weight loss. How many of you want to look good in your clothes? Raise your hand. Does anybody want to look good in your clothes? Anybody? Hey, Cindy Walters, I thought that was you. Hey, want to look good in your clothes? Raise your hand. How many of you want to look good naked? Raise your hand. It ain't going to happen if you just live life on a whim and mindlessly eat. So here's the Bible verse for today. And it's a partial verse so that it applies to what we're doing here, folks. You must be instant, in season and out of season. And the Bible goes on to say, I'm not reading it, I'm going off memory. You must be instant, in season and out of season, ready to reprove, rebuke, and exhort with all long suffering. All right, so we know that's talking about something else. But here's what that says to us about other areas in our life. You got to be willing to do this when you feel like it, and you got to be willing to do this when you don't feel like it, or you're wasting your time. You got to be ready to follow the components. You got to be ready to come to class. You got to be ready to use your journal. You got to be ready to do it even when you don't feel like it. There will be times you don't feel like it, but you do it anyway. The only times that you can take a holiday is when you've earned the right to take a holiday. Your best personal growth days will be those days that Georgia football comes on. If you like Georgia, you may be a Florida fan or whatever. Your best days are when all of a sudden you have unexpected company. You're surrounded by unexpected foods, some of them not approved, and you withstand that temptation, and you look at that diet devil and you say, man can't live by chicken wings alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. You know, and you resist temptation and you make it through temptation because you didn't earn the holiday So you only eat 6 chicken wings with a salad instead of chicken wings and pizza. And that night, you go to bed with the feeling of accomplishment. Don't you want that again in your life? I'm shaking you. Hey, buddy Van Meter, what's up, man? What's up? I'm shaking you. Some of you, I just want to hug you, bear hug you, and then shake you. You're missing out on the best part of life because you don't feel good. You don't feel your best, and you've gotten used to it. You don't even know what feeling good is like anymore until you start making progress with weight loss. This is 1 pound. Let me do this, and we'll get to the 21 challenge. Sorry, I got these allergies going on. It seems like it happens every time I go live on Saturday. This is 1 pound of fat, 1 stinking pound. Somebody tell me that doesn't mind me using you as an example and you're not easily offended. How many of these do you have to lose? How many of these do you have? You must lose. You must have it. This is 1 pound of fat. If this 1 pound of fat is around my neck, can that cause sleep apnea? If it was distributed all around my neck, yes. If this 1 pound of fat, look, 1 pound, if I have to hold it out like this, if I have to hold it out to my side, I won't be able to do this more than a few minutes. I will not be able to hold 1 pound, measly little 1 pound. I will not be able to hold it out to my side, away from my core, for very long before I have to put it down. Because it's a pound. What if you're carrying around 80 of those? Nikki, what if you're carrying around 80 of those, Cindy? 45 to 50, Brenda. Think about how much better life is going to be when those burdens, each one of these is a burden. It's a burden. You think you've got spiritual burdens in your life? Let me tell you what's contributing to a lot of them. These little burdens. You need to look in the mirror and not be disgusted with yourself. Hear me out. The devil will use this against you to get you to self-loathe. That's not what I'm talking about. You need to look in the mirror. Brenda, Cindy, you need to look in the mirror and love yourself and say, I'm letting all these burdens go. They disgust me. I'm not disgusted with myself. I love myself because loving myself is how I love others and love God. I cannot love others and love God if I hate myself. I'm not self-loathing. I'm not self-disgusted, but I'm disgusted with these burdens. And every pound that goes is one more burden that I'm laying down forevermore. And you get your life back and life changes. And even the spiritual burdens that you're dealing with, Crystal and Brianne, even the things that aren't your fault that's going on in your life, that their load seems lighter too. You're not going to be able to separate the spirit, your spiritual life, from your bodily life until God calls you home. Your body and how it feels, your temple and how it looks, how it feels, and your pride that you take in it affect your spiritual well-being. It does. It does. Y'all with me today? How many of you ready to do 21? Let's do 21. Let me pull up the rules. Any questions before we get started? Anything I can do to help someone that needs help? You feel that these classes aren't enough and you need more. Tell me what that more is. Let's get you some help. If you're new here, I program $50 for a year. Let me get that out of the way. $50 for 1 year. It goes up. Y'all said, yeah, your team said that last time. That was the team. I'm saying it. It's going up. We can't keep doing this. Our heart wants to do it forever. Our heart wants to do it for free, but we have expenses. So we say your first class is always free. However, if you want the $50 for 1 year deal, we ask that after one class on the honor system, we're not going to run you out of here. Ministry first and foremost. We ask that on the honor system, you sign up for our program. Right now, it's $50 for 1 year. of one-on-one if you need it, of group classes if you need it, in person if that's available to you. These classes, whatever, phone consultations, we do it all because we're a ministry. We want to minister to you. We want to help you live your highest and best. So come go with us. We'll do you good. Now, right now, we've got the 3-day challenge going on for those. Let me tell you how I look at this. We got the 3-day challenge going on because I think that's a great place for people who need to get their sea legs under them. They need something to focus on. They need 3 meals to focus on for 3 days so that they can get momentum. Group classes are currently, Claudia, in Georgia, North Georgia, Cartersville, Dalton. They can't see your comments. If you're commenting and your chat says 2 panelists, nobody can see that but me. It's not that you're being ignored. The rest of the members just don't know to help you because you've got your chat set to all panelists. But Claudia, if we don't have a group class available to you, we do phone consultations or consultations like this through Zoom. You just let us know. We'll help you. Jill, the closest thing to Calhoun is going to be Dalton. Brick and mortar overhead's very expensive, and we're just not going to be able to do that. But we are making the call for folks all over. You know, we had classes in Calhoun a long time ago, but they dried up. When they dry up, I dry up. I lose everything. So can't do that anymore. But if there's somebody out there, some member in Calhoun that wants to have group meetings in churches, group meetings in their home, we're all for letting this thing flourish and people have group meetings wherever they want to have group meetings, okay? There's also group classes in Douglasville. I think there's some going on south of Dalton, but nothing in Calhoun that I know of. Get one going. We'll support you. Get one going. All right, I'm gonna get back going on this thing here. Yeah, Ringo. That's right. I forgot about Ringo with Brenda Sue over there. That's going. There's places you can go to. We want to see people based upon the calling God's give them. We want to see them start these support meetings up all over the nation. We'd love that. But right now, you just got me and you got technology. If you don't have one, now we could use, not that you are. We could use that as an excuse. I don't like technology. I need to be able to touch and feel the person. I get that. I like those connections too. I do. I love those connections. And maybe that'll happen in everybody's area. Maybe God's calling you to start it in your home like I started it in my home 20 years ago. It's a burden, but it's a very rewarding one if God's called you to do something. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's get to 21. We got a 3-day challenge. And that'll help you build some self-discipline. Then you got this 21-day challenge that will help you build more self-discipline. And we've got some rules. This is a little more strict than our normal Shibboleth lifestyle. It's a little more strict. So don't get tore up if your favorite food isn't on this list. The thing that we all need to do is watch the daily doses, take the test, pass the test, and earn the badge. That's going to teach you the fundamentals of nutrition. Then you got phase 2 classes. Next week, I'm running phase 2 classes. I'm going to teach you everything you want to know about eating ice cream and losing weight. I'm going to teach you everything you want to know about drinking milk and losing weight. I'm going to teach you all that stuff that's down the inner aisles of your grocery store. I'm going to be teaching you that next week. But for everyone, we should have the same foundation of watching the daily doses, taking the test, passing the test, and earning the badge. My daughter, Kayla Faith, finally earned her phase 1 badge. It was 2.5 hours of material that she watched over a few weeks, and she earned her badge. You can do it too, okay? Those that earn the badge lose 3 times the weight. So don't get that today crossed up with the 21 challenge. It's going to be more restrictive. Let me pull up our rules. We'll go over the rules and then we'll find out what questions you have, okay? I can get these rules to you. If you don't have them, just email me. Sasha can give you my email address or tell you where to email for these rules. and you can get a copy of the rules. We'll send them right to you. On the honor system, we ask that you be a member of our program. Mission, you're going to select 21 foods. You're going to select 21 foods, recipes, meal replacements, or specific wow challenges at the beginning of each 7-day period. Remember, it's a 3-week challenge. It's a 3-week challenge. You got 3 weeks to do your best. Can we all be honest here? If you've got weight to lose and you're not willing to do your best for 3 weeks, would you all agree that you don't have a real reason right now that's profound? If losing up to 21 pounds in 21 days is not important to you, not important enough to go to my island and live just focused on the foods that you pick, you're going to pick these foods. You're going to live with only these foods on your own personal island for 21 days. You're going to develop self-discipline. You're going to lose a lot of weight. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. If you're not willing to do your best for just 21 days, we got to work on something else. We got to work on your why. What is your reason? You're going to have, for this challenge, Joyce Paris, Sasha Joyce is over on Facebook asking me to email her. Can you help her? It's really hard for me to remember who to email after this. I really need them to email me. Will you see if you can help Miss Joyce? She's a friend of ours. Thank you. Jill Parker, I'm going to go on and answer that instead of waiting. Nobody can see your question, Jill. So it says, you had gastric sleeve in December. Stomach is much smaller. Can I do this? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, we have done for years counsel for those that are pre-surgery. Doctors send people to us. You'll have to check with your individual physician or surgeon. Doctors send people to us to help them modify their behaviors before the surgery and after, during and after the surgery. Because as you know, you've got about a 12 to 18, awesome. You got about a 12 to 18 month window to modify those behaviors after that surgery. So yes, we can help you. That's what this is all about. Good job. Good job. Glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. We're asking you to have 21 perfect days in a row using only the food and meal ideas that you pre-select from a larger list I provide. Now, many of you that are new or newish have said it's the food combination chart that confuses me. Well, I've got good news for you. I picked out only foods that aren't going to hurt you. I took our library on the website and condensed it down to a few hundred foods as opposed to thousands of foods. That if you select these and combine them however you want, you're still going to have success. So I've simplified this for new people. Now, if you already know proper food combining, you should do it. You will get much, much better results. My challenge to you is for you to have 21 perfect days in a row following these rules. If you get into day 18, you're almost finished. And then you purposefully, not an accident, but you purposefully, because of mental weakness, eat off program, eat something other than what you pre-selected, you did it purposefully, you should start all over again. Now think about what just happened. You had 18 perfect days. You probably lost 9, 10, 11 pounds. You're doing good. You purposefully have a moment of mental weakness and you have a hog trough day. You put on some water weight. You're still down 8 or 9 pounds, whatever it is. Then you get right back started. So you've had a good net loss, and now you're going to make a run for 21 more perfect days. What we want you to do is to finally cross that finish line, have 21 perfect days, and earn your 21-day self-mastery badge, okay? So no matter how long it takes, you're committing to have 21 perfect days in a row. Water. We want you to drink half a gallon up to a gallon of water each day. You can drink any approved beverage that's Shibboleth approved, but you must get in a minimum of a half a gallon, and we'd like for you to get in a gallon of water a day. You must journal. If you bite it, you write it, you hog it, you log it. You must journal, and you must mark your days perfect or holiday in your online journal or in your app. Food combinations. If using my meal plans and list, you do not have to concern yourself with food combinations, only portions. However, it is wise to continue eating in the right food combinations. You'll get better results. Portions. This is a self-discipline and behavior modification challenge. You can choose from the foods in the list. 21 foods must be pre-selected by you at the beginning of each week, and then can observe the normal portion rule, which is one of the following. You can eat from a 6 to 8 inch plate, or you can use the 2-hand rule. You've got your foods on your plate. Take your fingers together, thumbs interlock. If you've had gastric bypass, you're probably going to have to use one hand. But you put your thumbs together, fingers interlock, put your hands over that meal. If your hands cover that meal completely, and it's no thicker than the thickest part of your hand, your calories are going to be in line. If you're more of a calorie counter, maybe you should count calories. If you're over 200 pounds, each meal should be between 200 and 400 calories. If you're under 200 pounds, excuse me, each meal should be between 200 and 300 calories. You must observe the portion rules. Daily, you can have up to 3 meals. If you want something from the snack list, like ice cream, peanut butter patties, etc., then you must give up one of your 3 meals to get it. Now, that's different than regular Shibboleth. Regular Shibboleth is 3 meals per day and up to 1 snack a day if you need it. But here for the challenge, we're on an island. Think about the Survivor TV show, because that's what we're doing. Your foods are going to be rationed. You're going to restrict yourself. You're going to be tough with yourself for 21 days. If you want that snack, you got to give up one of your meals to get it. We're only going to have 3 eating episodes a day unless you're sick and dealing with low blood sugar episodes. Again, you need to discuss all of this with your doctor before participating. Timing. It is important to eat your meal and then stop eating or grazing between meals. You can have egg whites or raw carrots if you feel the need to graze. Again, Shibboleth much less restrictive than that. Y'all know that. But we're on an island here, and we're all trying to survive this island together. You can have egg whites or raw carrots if you feel the need to graze. I will list other freebies soon. It's on the list. Again, it is best to exercise self-discipline and wait at least 6 hours before eating again. Develop this habit over 21 days and watch your results and fat loss multiply. Contrary to cultural wisdom, which is foolishness, grazing does diminish metabolism and does not help metabolism. In fact, if you're not hungry, you should skip meals. Travis, I thought that would kill my metabolism. No. What's killing your metabolism is grazing all day. Your body needs time to digest and recover from an eating episode. So up to 3 meals a day. Don't skip meals to lose weight faster. You'll build up too much appetite. But do skip meals when you're not hungry. After you eat a meal, do what I do. I take my phone timer and I set the timer and it starts the clock. And I'm just not going to eat until it's time to eat again. It's me against the diet devil. And I'm going to win every time, and you should too. Develop a winner's mentality. Don't forget to bless the name of the Lord. Here's the rules. We can send these rules to you. If you follow the rules, you're going to have spectacular success. To you, it will be because you put in the hard work. To those watching you, they will think that you have employed some type of magic while they watch you lose weight. You'll know it's hard work because you're putting in the work. They'll think it's magic. Any question about the rules before we go look at our food choices? Questions about our rules? Hello, Miss Cleo. Jill asked, after 21s, just follow regular Shibboleth. You can do another round of 21. It's always healthy. It's just a restricted version of Shibboleth. But yes, Jill, I would recommend that when you first move back over to Shibboleth, that to solidify your results and not have any water weight gain after 21, spend a few more days in the red and yellow columns, and I think you'll be fine. Anybody else? You're welcome. Let's look at the website. We put a mini website. This is not our big website. We put a simplified website together for you guys. Hold on, that's the wrong image. I don't want you to see. Hold on. Still the wrong image. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at it. Let's come up with some foods. The rules are on this website. The videos, and probably not all the videos are here. Most of them are. They all are the same thing. A lot of them are on the main website. We put them all there too with downloadable resources. We've got to get our form out. Let me get my 21-day form. Hold tight. Hey, Joan, can you post the 21-day habit tracker form? Hang tight. Let me get that up so that you can see the form. Bear with me. Awkward silence coming up. I need to show you the form. It makes more sense when I show you the form. Bear with me. So sorry. My computer shut down right before class. It's getting old. I need a new one. Lots of stuff on its hard drive. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, Joan, it's not where I thought that it should be. So, darn it, it's not where I thought it should be. It should be in the website as a downloadable with the 21-day videos, but I do not see it. All right, guys, I'm just going to have to do it on the board. There's a form. Thank you, Jill. Thank you. There's a form that Joan can provide here. It's the habit tracker form where you list your 21 foods, because that's the rules. You got to stick with your 21 foods, correct? Now what we got to do is select those foods. Everybody's list will be different based upon their likes. So that's what makes this so much fun. I've got your proteins picked out for you. Proteins picked out for you. Your category 2 fibers, carbs, and so forth. So what we're doing is putting together our list. I'm going to put 21 slots on the board as soon as I find my marker. We are just very discombobulated today, aren't we? Yeah, everything's kind of falling apart on me today. All right, yep. Sasha's trying to come to the rescue here. So we've got 21 days, right? And on that form, there's going to be 21 slots. And I want to say this too. A lot of you have been, is there anybody that struggles with their meal planning on regular Shibboleth? Is anybody struggling? Do I have any strugglers? See, this class, even though it's a challenge, it's also, check this out, Debbie, because what I try to do is overcome reasonable people's excuses and objections to losing weight. Notice I said reasonable people. Debbie, Claudia, Jill. Learning not to struggle, I like that. Awesome. I like that, Jeff. Good stuff. Learning not to struggle. I find that people are so busy, reasonable people are so busy. They have so much being thrown at them. Constant bombardment of thoughts, ideas, crises, struggle. You name it. Y'all got it being thrown at you. So then you got to learn this too. That stinks. That stinks. Hey, Deborah, let me say this one more time, just to help everybody. Deborah's asking a question about tomato juice. Tomato juice is on regular Shibboleth. It's a category 3 or a snack. And that's in the food library, Miss Deborah. But nobody can see your question but me. So don't think that we're ignoring you. You got it set to just panelists, or somebody else would have jumped in there and helped you. Same thing for everybody. If you'll realize I'm not going to be able to answer questions for the next 20 minutes, but I will stay over time and answer all your questions, okay? Hope that helps. Devet is saying, I struggle. So if you're a reasonable person, do y'all agree that there's unreasonable people in the world? That unreasonable people expect, let's say with weight loss, unreasonable people expect to get some program or plan that's very inexpensive, peanuts, that loses the weight for them without them having to do anything or any work. Those are unreasonable people, and I can't stand them. So I love them. I don't have to like them. And I would be fine to just run all of them off. It's a waste of my members' time, a waste of my time. That's not supposed to sound callous. Their heart may become more reasonable in the future, so I want to let them go with grace. But then there's reasonable people. It's reasonable for you to feel like you don't have time. It's reasonable for you to feel like you can't afford to eat healthy. It's reasonable for you to say this is too confusing. These are just reasonable things that people go through. I do the work, but I'm too confused. I'd spend an hour in class, but I don't like the way the classes are set up. You've got reasonable objections to yourself, to me, but these reasonable objections are still just excuses, and we can overcome them. So for those of you that are struggling, this is just too hard. If you're a worker and you like, hey, let me tell you about Shibboleth members. All in all, these are good people who understand the value of work and effort. And like they have found, you will find, if you'll slow down, if you'll clear the mechanism, clear your mind, do some deep breathing. I mean that. I mean it. I got an app now, and when I'm feeling hot under the collar, it'll tell me, I'll breathe with it. Do some deep breathing, clear the mind, and say, okay, I got to do this. Let's make the best of it. These people care about me. It's not that hard. Now, let's say you're confused. We're about to not just come up with a challenge for you to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. We're also doing meal planning. You're about to have, if you're not pointing at anybody, if you're not intellectually lazy, you can write down 10, 15 meals right here today. I mean, for Pete's sake, how many meals do we need if we're trying to lose weight? I can give you thousands. How many do you need, beloved? How many do you need? So we're going to come up with a lot today. Now watch how easy this is. I've got 11 slots here. Now I'm going to put my 10 more. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, to our island. We go to our island. We're carrying 21 training wheel foods with us that can't hurt us if we don't overeat them. On our island, we do not have to select our cooking fats that are on the list. We do not have to select spices, seasonings, approved condiments. We do not have to select those. They're already on the island. Approved beverages already on the island. We're only having to pre-select our food. Then we're going to come up with meals. So we need protein sources on the island. Whether you're vegan, vegetarian, doesn't matter. We'll come up with sources. So let's all start. I'll just randomly pick what category 1s, 4s, 7s, or category 2s do you want? Can you see the list? I'll egg whites, fish, chicken breast, turkey breast. At the bottom, you've got fat-free cream cheese, Kroger Carb Master. Let me kind of go out of this just a little. Well, it won't let me because I'm sharing. Fat-free cream cheese, Kroger Carb Master yogurt, any shellfish. You can see the items. Pick me some out. Egg whites. Egg whites is going to the island with Patsy. Fish is going to the island with Patsy. 96 lean ground beef is going with Patsy. Let's let some other people pick some out. Kroger Carb Master milk. Low-fat cottage cheese for Jill. Going to the island. You can start picking out some category 2s as well. Shrimp. Let's just put shellfish because that's a trick, right? Instead of putting shrimp, shrimp is on the list, but it says any shellfish, so Travis screwed up. I'm just going to put shellfish. Off to Survivor Island we go. Brussels. Green beans. Green leafy veggies. What about, 50 calorie approved bread. Got to have mushrooms, somebody says. Jill says mushrooms. Lou's got to have some Ezekiel bread. All right, so let's look at meal replacements. For those of you on the go, Mighty Muffin, Health-Wise Hot Chocolate, Quest cookies, Real Good pizzas, anything on the list. G-Butter, I'd have to have G-Butter if this was my list. Salmon would be covered under fish. Karen. So we got salmon up there for you. G-Butter. Cindy Walters, I hope you'll help me reinforce to them This is, you learn the hard way. This is so easy to learn this way, isn't it? What's something else? Is oatmeal on the list? Waffles is, you can have Advanced Health Systems pancakes made in the shape of a waffle or no better waffles. So you'd have to pick the specific one. Mighty Muffin. I think the only oatmeal on the list is Advanced Health Systems oatmeal. You wouldn't be able to have regular oatmeal for the challenge. Atkins bar's on here. And you could have picked out, these are in our office or online, and you can find them anywhere, to be honest with you, but we appreciate those of you that support us. A lot of the Advanced Health Systems products are only at health food stores or medical providers, weight loss centers. Real Good Pizza would have been a good one. Let me go on and put that down. Is anybody going to miss out on their cheese? Let's look and see if there's any cheese. Here's some snacks. Here's category 3s that you can have. Category 6, anybody want pintos or hemp? You got berries on here. You got restaurants on here. You got specific wow challenges. What about cereal or cheese? Anybody going to miss any of that? Yeah, you can have wine. Here's the rules for it. The rules are somewhere. Where's my rules? Yeah, wine was supposed to be on here somewhere, but I don't see it. Joan, are you still listening? Something has happened to my form. We'll get the wine list added back to you. But now, if you're going to, back to it, if you're going to do wine, then Alan, I believe something's wrong. Alan, y'all can't see his comment. It says wine's on the list when you print it. Something's gotten screwed up between the 21 challenge and the 3-day challenge, which they are very similar. We'll add your wine list back, but there's rules for wine on here. You have to give up one of your meals to get the wine. If anybody wants me to walk them through how to have that for the challenge, you want to take that to the island, I will walk you through how to incorporate wine in the challenge at the end, okay? But anyway, what other options do y'all want to see on your list? We're getting down where we only have a few. We only got a few slots left, 18. We've got 4 slots left. Sasha, I think something's wrong. Something's gotten wrong with all the lists. This one's messed up. I don't know if they've gotten confused between 21 and 3-day. Bio Coffee's on the list. London Broil could be on the list. Three more options. Need 3 more. Let me look over here. Jeff says pure protein bars. That would have been a good one. Yes, any kind of berries. We'll put berries down here. Berries. Any berry. Debbie says she wants a wow challenge called Delightful War. You have to list the specific one. Fat-free cheese. All right. So your list will be different than this list because you need to pick out things you enjoy, right? So now let me come back full screen. You need to pick out things that you enjoy. Now let's come up while we're on the island. Let's become little children. We're off to the island. Off to the island we go to lose up to 21 pounds in 21 days. Off to the island we all go with our list in tow. And we've got up to 3 meals that we can eat. So, what are we going to do for breakfast? I can put these together any way I want to, and as long as I control my portion, I'm good. So, what do you want for breakfast? How about a egg white omelet with spinach in it and fat-free cheese? I'll just get it started. Egg white omelet. I can cook that in Pam. I can cook it in MCT. Spinach. Fat-free cheese. Blowtorch meal right there. Breakfast, G butter. Carb Master milk. Got to control my portion. As long as I control my portion, I'm good. Low-fat cottage cheese with berries. Beautiful. So we got 3 breakfasts right there. Let's look at some lunch and dinners. What could I have for lunch and dinner? Anybody? Facebook folks, Zoom folks? What will you eat? You're on the island. We're gathering together for lunch on the island. Fish and salad. Could I do this? Could I make this at home and take it to work? Yes. Could I have tuna fish over salad? Yes. Could I go out to a restaurant and have some grilled salmon and broccoli? Yes. Could do that. Real good pizza? Perfect. Yep, you can have canned salmon or fresh, either way. Fresh is best, canned is acceptable. You can do Shibboleth on a budget. You can do it if you're rich. It doesn't matter. What are some other meals that you could have for lunch and dinner? Dinner time, we're gathering around the campfire. We've brought our food to the island. We're all on the island for 21 days together, losing the weight. We got our blinders on, and we're not worried about the world and what they're eating or what they're doing. We're focused on what we can have, and we're praising God. That's how you have to look at life. Hamburger steak salad. Hamburger steak and salad. Put some Worcestershire on there. Worcestershire's already on the island. A1's already on the island. You didn't have to bring it. Got a grilled cheese with some 50-calorie bread. You probably have to fold it over because you can only, for the island, you can only have a 50-calorie serving of bread. Grilled cheese. I'd use a La Tortilla factory tortilla and stuff the cheese in it and fry it in MCT oil and use it like a grilled cheese. Eat it like a grilled cheese. 96% lean ground beef patty and Brussels. Yeah. All good options. You can get Carb Quick from us or online from our e-store. You can get it from other places as well. I've never seen Carb Quick in a grocery store, but you can get almond flour in any grocery store if you prefer almond flour. Any other meals that you see there? What about, you could have had an approved bar, a mighty muffin. Y'all selected a lot of good breakfast stuff. Could I have some shrimp and scallops cooked in ghee butter and seasoned with some green beans? Yeah, I could have done that. Could I have had some grilled scallops? Ghee butter, seasoned just right, a little Old Bay seasoning, and lay that over some fried, sauteed or fried spinach. Yeah, could have done that. Could I have had my No Better waffle? Somebody mentioned that earlier with some sugar-free pancake syrup. Sure, you could do that. What can't you do? What can't you do? If you pick out items you like, focus on your items and control the portion. Breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. Think about all these options you got. You can do them eating out. You can do them eating in the house. Now, if you so much as lick something that's not on this plan, then you have to start over. So one of the things we've done for you is also put together a members-only group for support. All of you that are doing 21, you're going to need support. This idea that you're weak if you need help or support is a fallacy. We are the body of Christ. We need one another, or he wouldn't have called us the body. We're the body. We're not individuals. We're the body of Christ. If you could have done this by yourself, you would have done it a long time ago. So have a heart to help others and to let others help you by joining the 21-day members group. It's a members-only group for 21-day support. Anybody else? Hey, Brother Melvin, how you doing? You back from Italy? He was over there eating category. I better not tell him that. You might get mad at me. It was category 4. Probably category 1 from what I read. Eating stuff like that in Italy. What's up? How's everybody doing? Any questions before we go? We're going into bonus time. Bonus time. Anybody needs to go, we appreciate you being here with us today. We love connecting with you. I hope we can help you. We'll try. But now, what are your questions? We're going into overtime. What's your questions? Any questions for me? Karen Anthony asked a good question. Nobody can see it but me. Says, I'm new to Shibboleth. Why can't we use olive oil? You can. Absolutely. If you're new, you probably just haven't got to that part. You can use olive oil. You can use even some of the worst fats for you. You can use margarine. We have a practical program. You can use all those. You're probably feeling like you can't because we recommend something that's better than olive oil. Olive oil is a long-chain triglyceride, and it's not heat stable. It's only good for you in its virgin state. But being in a long-chain triglyceride format, it's easily stored as fat. So when something's cooked in an unapproved oil, like olive oil, you can still have it with no problems, but you cannot have any category 3 or any category 5 on that plate, because category 3s and category 5s increase your blood sugar. Pancreas releases more insulin than is normal. Now the insulin stores the fat. You don't want that, do you? So only consume things cooked in olive oil when there is an absence of a category 3 or category 5. Does that make sense, Karen? Let me know that made sense to you. Victoria, exercise requirements. There are no exercise requirements. Food burns more calories. The right kind of foods burn more calories than 10 to 20 minutes on a treadmill. However, we do recommend exercise. It's good for you. It's good for you in many ways. It does not profit you like self-discipline and nutrition do, but it's good for you. If you're a non-exerciser, I recommend that you start with 10,000 steps each day. Try to get in a total of 10,000 steps each day. If you are disabled in some way and about all you can do is get to the mailbox and back, start with 3 laps to the mailbox and back. Your muscle will reconstitute itself. You'll be able to do more and more and more. But yes, we recommend highly that you try to get in 10,000 steps each day. Lou, for the Dogs game later, you said earlier 6 chicken wings and a salad. I love dry rub chicken wings. They can have no breading on them. They got to have dry rub. If you're seasoning them, dry rub seasonings. Stay away from the saucy ones. They usually have sugar in them. Sugar with chicken wings that have been fried in bad oil are not good. Chicken wings deep fried, I'm not worried about that bad fat that they're fried in because that's going to dissipate its heat and go away as long as you only have category 2 veggies with those wings. You should have, if they're large wings, 4 to 6. If they're small to medium, 6 to 9, and you'll be fine. Karen says, I don't cook with olive oil. Good. You need to cook with MCT. But you said, I just use it with lemon and garlic to dress my salads. That's actually the healthiest way to use olive oil. It's a good job. Have someone that doesn't understand the rules. 21 foods, 200 to 400 calories, 3 meals. That's pretty much it. You're going to select 21 foods for your personal journey from the large list that I'm providing. You select 21 foods, and now you're going to put those together on a portion plate or follow that calorie rule. And you can have up to 3 meals a day. You don't have to have 3. You could do 2, and you'll get better results, not just because of lower calorie levels, but giving your body time to digest undigested matter that's been in there for a long time. Telling you that sounds nasty, but our digestive system has not been able to keep up with as much as we put in the orifice under our nose. So your metabolism can accelerate and increase by skipping meals when not hungry. But yeah, you pretty much got it. If you still are struggling, here's the great thing about Shibboleth. Can I toot I'm going to toot our horn. I'm going to toot our horn. Do you know how much one-on-one nutrition counseling costs? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? And most of the time, the advice you're getting is wrong. That's been taught out of a textbook, has no experiential proof that it works. Do you know how much it costs? More than $100 an hour. More than $100 an hour. You signed up for a program that's $50 a year that you need to use. It's devalued. This program gets devalued because it's so inexpensive. And it doesn't get used appropriately. But here's what you do. Anybody here hurting, needs help, wants to do this, got a good attitude? I give that to Victoria. Sorry, Victoria. Your name was up on my chat. Mentor.gymbook. Most of the time, people set these appointments and then cancel them on us the day of. Most appointments that get scheduled get canceled the day of. The vast majority. It's heartbreaking. It's just a phone call. And you know what? Who is that needed some help? I got to scroll back up here. Is it Chilesh? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'll say Miss Wilson. Until I get to know you more personally. Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson. If you get that appointment and say, I'm doing 21. Carmen, Brooklyn, can you help me put together a meal plan? They'll help you. Che, I like that. Help me remember that a few times and I'll have it. Che, get that phone call. And they're going to walk you through this list like we did today, but they'll do it with just you and them so that it becomes more personal to you, okay? Any other questions? What have I missed? Jeff or Missy, those wings are on the 21-day challenge. They are not on the 21-day challenge. No, that's regular Shibboleth. You might want to start your 21-day after the football weekend, but then another football weekend's coming. But what you could do, you could do this. You could have some grilled chicken tenders. I had, this probably isn't a football one, but I cooked me some Advanced Health Systems fettuccine, and I put Tyson grilled chicken tender breast meat in it, and it was delicious. It was like chicken Alfredo. It was amazing. Yeah, Devet, there's no need in you not being able to, you being confused and not doing this. We're a phone call away. We're a phone call away. Anybody else? Any other questions? Yeah, lemon juice and fresh garlic is a freebie, Karen, on anything. Both of those are going to help your weight loss and your overall wellness. Lemon and garlic, perfect. Freebie, always. Yeah. Barbecue chicken. I love the Tyson natural chicken tenders. And I saute those. They're already cooked, but I saute them in MCT oil. And then I baptize them in Stubbs mopping sauce. Man, that's good. Rhonda, you need to know where to find the challenge. Just to email me, please. My assistants, I think, got tied up helping other people. So just email me, and in the subject line, tell me what you need. I'll get it to you. There's my email address, Rhonda. It does not have to be fresh lemon juice. It just needs to be 100% lemon juice. Anybody else? Yeah, Brianne, just email me. Just email me and tell me what you need. I'm going to give you my email address. My assistants are all tied up with other people trying to help them. TravisJack777@gmail.com. Just email me. Tell me what you need. I'll get it to you. Karen, you might have to educate me on Fresca. It's been a long time. I believe that's a 0-calorie carbonated beverage. Is it 0-calorie? Thank you, Jeff and Missy. Yeah, if it's 0-calorie, I thought Fresca was, but I could not remember. Anything 0-calorie is fine. It doesn't mean it's expedient. Aspartame's not expedient, but we don't disallow artificial sweeteners on our program. You can mark those off, but I'm sure Fresca is either going to have sucralose or aspartame, but stevia is fine. But yeah, if it's 0 calories, it's allowed. Thank you, Scott. Scott just said y'all can tag him with any questions. He's one of our team members. For those of you that don't know, he'd love to help you too. G butter. Devet G butter. How do you describe G butter? It's not ghee butter. Don't get it confused with ghee, which is a clarified butter that we suggest. G butter is amazing. They have cookies and cream, cookie dough, birthday cake. Basically, it's crushed cashews and whey protein, basically. However, when you microwave it, it ends up tasting just like a homemade chocolate chip cookie, just like a hot out of the oven homemade brownie. It's amazing. That's what G butter is. And it's got xylitol in it. Xylitol is an approved sweetener. It's a sugar alcohol. It's natural, and it's an approved sweetener. Yeah, Cindy Walters, she's on the G butter bandwagon for sure. If it wasn't for Cindy, I would have never brought that in. It is heavenly. The only thing some of you are saying about the only thing is if you get in it, it's hard to get out of it. So you must control your portion. My favorite way to have it is as a meal. I'll have 200 calories worth of G butter with a glass of fat-free Fairlife milk as a meal. I started putting my quarters in my empty jars. I've got so many. Yeah, right. You could very easily consume the entire jar. It's kind of like Bonito Cheetos. They're approved, but you got to have your wits about you. The stuff is so good. Anybody else? It is in our store. G Butter is in our store. Members get 20% off of the prices. 20% off. We try to keep an inventory for our members. It's 20% off for members with free shipping. Portion amounts are the same as Shibboleth if you're using the hand rule. So I'm going to take a real good pizza, make sure my hands cover it. I'm good. I'm going to take a grilled cheese, My hands cover it. And your hands you don't need to work to the outer edges of your hands. Your stomach is only this big in its natural state. So use the 2-hand rule, or if you're more of a calorie counter, you count calories and you count your calories. If you're over 200 pounds, that meal should be 200 to 400 calories. If you're under 200 pounds, 200 to 300 calories. Nikki asked, can I ask a question about bonitos? Can I have them with a meal? Yes. You would use them like they're not really a category 3, but you would want to use them like a category 3. So let's say I'm having a sandwich. See if this makes sense to you, Nikki. If I'm having turkey breast and approved bread, that's a 1 + 2. That's in a red or yellow column. So that lets me know by just having that sandwich, I'm going to get better results. Let's say I've got Nature's Own double fiber wheat bread, 3 to 4 ounces of turkey breast, fat-free cheese, lettuce, a slice of tomato. We're on the same page. That's a red or yellow column combination. But I'm craving some chips with it. The right portion of bonitos for that is 13 bonitos. So I put 13 bonitos with that sandwich. Now I've moved it to a blue column combination. It's still approved. It's just going to be a little bit slower weight loss, but it may be worth it to have those chips. So that would be a 1 + 2 + 3. Let me know that made sense to you, Nikki. Good. Anything else I've missed? Anyone feeling overlooked? How else can I be of service to you? Looks like a class is kind of slowing down. Karen asked, can you explain to me MCT oil? There's a great video. I don't know if any of my assistants are still available, but if you are, if you could give Miss Karen, y'all can't see her question. It's Karen Anthony. She asked to explain MCT to me. That's an hour lesson. So I'm asking my team, I don't know that they're listening or are able to listen. That sounded smart, Alecky. If somebody could give Karen Anthony, Sasha's getting it. She's going to get you the video, Karen. MCT stands for medium chain triglyceride. Let me explain it this way. Olive oil is a long chain triglyceride. So I want you to think of fat cells as like a strainer. Think of fat cells like a mesh strainer. Okay. So when you consume long chain triglycerides, they're traveling through these cells. They're long chains. They easily, especially in the presence of insulin, they easily get stuck in your fat cells and they can't as easily be used as energy. Did that part make sense? A medium chain triglyceride is very small. Triglyceride meaning three fatty acids together. So these 3 fatty acids together, they're coming, here they come, here they come, here they come, and they go right through that strainer, and they're a lot more readily available to be used as an energy source, even in the presence of insulin. So you don't store them at the propensity that you store a long chain triglyceride. That's the short of it. I use it practically. I just cook with it. I know a lot of my members supplement with it because we got a lot of folks that take pieces of all kinds of programs and put it together with this one. And maybe that will work for somebody eventually, but I've not seen it work. We just use MCT oil around here to cook with when we need to cook some chicken and shrimp and broccoli in a wok. Or when a recipe calls for a fat, we use MCT. We use it practically. I do not believe in, if you're trying to lose weight, I do not believe in supplementing with products that contain non-negligible amounts of calories. A lot of people are just supplementing with it. I don't believe in that. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Unless you're an athlete. It's different if your job is to work out. That would be different. Then we would supplement with MCT. Anybody else? Thank you, Patsy. Thank you. I'm going to get out of here too. Let me know what you need from me. I'll get it to you. We got a big class lineup next week. Travis, what is that? TravisMartin.tv. TravisMartin.tv. You can sign up for those classes on everything from ice cream to beer, wine, chips, snacks, you name it, next week. Sign up for those. Don't forget, membership drive ending soon. The $50 for 1 year deal is gone. We can't do it anymore. Our expenses have went up based upon what we pay our development team. We can't keep doing that. So get signed up. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you later. Go Dogs.